give me a thumbs up when we're ready. Hi, I'm Paul Stortini, and I've been spending the last 8 weeks interning with Night Tide Sales out of Wilmington, Delaware. Mr. Chris Schaffner is my supervisor, and he's the one that brought me on way back when I was applying for internships down in Florida. Anyways, before I got started, me and Mr. Schaffner sat down for the better portion of a whole day, and we discussed all the different aspects of this business and the four main departments that make it run smoothly, which is the buying, the listing, the shipping, and the accounting. So we went over that, and he, went in in-depth detail about how it was all run. And he explained to me that through my internship during the course, I would spend time with each of the departments, and that's exactly what I did. Anyways, I started out in buying, and so the second day during the course of my internship, me and Mr. Schaffner, we took a ride to Philadelphia, where we scheduled a meeting with a wholesale distribution center. He had had a prior relationship with this business, and what he had set up for me was they had just brought on a new sales representative, and I sat down and we were teamed together to start a new relationship from the ground up. So there were no prior engagements with that. So we did that, and I made my first purchase that day. I actually bought 30 boxes of L'Oreal hair products for $53, I think was my first purchase, which came out to about $1.75 a piece. So then we came back, and then for the rest of that day, Angel McCambridge, which is the head of one of the warehouses, explained to me how to list my products on Amazon and determine pricing, how to be the lowest seller, and this and that. Later that week, later through my internship, I spent about 2 weeks with the shipping department. This is not the most exciting job in this company, and it's definitely hard work, but it does prove to be the most lucrative, and this is where our prime dollar is made, out of the shipping department, so it is one of the more important departments. So I sat with Lou Colorado, who is the head of that shipping department, and you'll be introduced to her later in this video to discuss how the shipping works and some of the things that we went over when I was doing my time there. I spent time with Barbara Becker-Graham in the accounting department, which I'm not an accountant. I was a hospitality major, so this may even be a little bit more mundane than the shipping, but the way this organization is structured is as a team. So as a team member, you have to understand all aspects of this business. So I spent time with her, and there you crunch all the numbers and see which of your products are performing better over certain periods of time. So that was all very interesting. Since that week, which was like my 5th week in, I've been back to buying and listing my products. So far, I've bought $700 worth of inventory and listed them for $3,600, roughly $3,600. Me and Mr. Schaffner sat down and explained and discussed, what realistic goals, short term and long term, could be. And for this year, my goal is to list 1,000 a week, with an average shelf life for my products of 90 days. Through the next 2 to 3 years, that number I would hope to list 5,000 to 10,000 a week, with the same average shelf life, and just keep building my inventory and eventually have a warehouse of my own. Through this video, you'll be introduced to the heads of the different departments, and you'll see what they do on a day-to-day basis to make things run smoothly and profitably. And we're going to start with Mr. Schaffner, who's going to give you an overall on Night Tide Sales and how this business got started.
I'm Chris Schaffner. I'm the managing member of Schaffner Holdings, which is the parent company of Night Tide Sales. Paul Stortini has been interning with us this summer. Night Tide Sales was started last June 2012, where we initially went as an online retailer, doing about $2,000 a month in retail business. We've grown in the last 12 months, and we're now doing approximately $50,000 a month in retail. Our growth model for this year is to open our first retail location in July of 2013. Our 5-year growth plan is to grow to where we do $250,000 a month in retail between our online and our retail locations. We are moving next month into a larger shipping location to help facilitate the growth. By the middle of 2014, we hope to have 2 retail locations in the state of Delaware, and by the end of 2015, we hope to have 3 retail locations. Part of what Paul's done this summer has been to understand all aspects of the business, including both the shipping, how to best value ship. He's also had to shop wholesale buying with different wholesale liquidating companies.
Hi, Angel McCambridge, and this is our warehouse for Night Tide Sales. What we do here is we find products, hard goods, household goods to sell on Amazon. We first try to find a supplier, and what we do is companies like Kohl's, Kmart's, Macy's deal with a broker to get rid of items that are overstocked in their warehouses or customer returns that they didn't want to put back on their shelves. And a customer return can be something like it was the wrong color or it was a gift that they didn't want. Every once in a while it is a broken item. So we get a manifest, we pick from the different manifests that we see from the different companies and a truckload of stuff that we think that we can sell on Amazon. And then what happens is it winds up here in our warehouse.
My name is Lou, and I'm the manager of the shipping department for Night Tide Sales. This is the shipping department, and this is where the orders are getting packaged and labeled to be shipped out. We use Amazon and Stamps.com software in order to print postage for the orders. The 2 carriers that we use are UPS and USPS, which is the post office. Through the software, we're able to compare prices for the both carriers and choose the best option to ship in order to maximize the profits. We have 3 people working the shipping department. We have 2 people that pack and 1 person that prints the labels, which people are interchangeable so everybody knows how the process works. We also keep a spreadsheet that we record the shipping for each specific item, which we later use to generate our sales reports at the end of every 2 weeks. And this is how basically the shipping department works.
Hi, I'm Barbara Becker Graham. I'm the head accountant with Night Tide Sales. We have established a company to do retail sales through the internet, and what we have done is set up a system on QuickBooks, and that keeps track of the inventory and all accounting functions. Paul Stortini makes purchases and in turn turns over all the invoices to me, and then I will enter them into the system, and we will keep track of the accounts payable, and Paul is reimbursed on a weekly basis usually. The inventory is then kept, and of course when on sales they will be recorded also.
So in a nutshell, that's Night Tide Sales and all the managers of the departments, and I'm very, very grateful for Chris Schaffner for bringing me in, and I'm very excited about my future with the company.